Have you ever wondered why some people manage to keep their kitchen spotless without spending a fortune on cleaning products? The secret is right in your pantry, and you probably have no idea how powerful it is. Today, I'm going to show you 15 incredible uses for vinegar that will completely transform the way you clean your kitchen. If you're tired of spending money on expensive products that promise miracles but don't deliver results, this video is for you. Vinegar is one of the most powerful and versatile cleaning ingredients available, and it costs a fraction of the price of those chemical-laden commercial products. Imagine being able to eliminate stuck-on grease, unclog drains, remove tough stains, and still leave everything sparkling clean, using just a product that costs just a few dollars. It seems impossible, doesn't it? But I'm going to prove to you that it's not only possible, it's surprisingly simple. The information you'll discover in the next few minutes could save you hundreds of dollars a year on cleaning products, as well as making your routine much more practical and efficient. If you don't learn these techniques, you'll continue to waste time and money on solutions that don't really work. Stay until the end, because I'm going to reveal a use for vinegar that will blow your mind. Something that even cleaning professionals consider a closely guarded secret. Get ready to discover the true power of this magical ingredient. Tip 1. Effortlessly degrease your stove. The first miraculous use of vinegar is to remove that stubborn grease from your stovetop that seems impossible to remove. You know how frustrating it is to scrub and scrub without being able to completely remove that grime that builds up on the burners and surface of your stove. Grease from daily cooking builds up and creates a layer that is increasingly difficult to remove. Over time, this grease hardens and becomes a real nightmare to clean. Many people spend a lot of money on powerful degreasers that are not only expensive, but also full of harsh chemicals. The solution is to mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part warm water in a spray bottle. Spray generously over the entire surface of the stove, including the burners and grates. Let it sit for 10 minutes so that the acid in the vinegar can soften any accumulated grease. Then wipe it with a damp cloth or soft sponge, and you'll be surprised how easily the grease comes off without having to use force. For more stubborn stains, heat the mixture in the microwave for 30 seconds before applying. The benefits are impressive. In addition to saving money, you're using a natural product that won't harm your hands or contaminate the environment where you prepare food. Your stove will shine like new, and you'll get rid of that unpleasant smell of rancid grease that sometimes permeates the kitchen. Tip 2. Removing microwave stains. The second great use for vinegar is to clean the inside of your microwave, removing stains and odors that seem to have become a permanent part of your appliance. How many times have you opened your microwave and found food splatters stuck to the ceiling and side walls? These stains occur because food splashes during heating, and if we don't clean them immediately, they dry out and become very difficult to remove. In addition to the stains, there are also mixed odors that give any food a strange taste. The method is simple and effective. Pour 2 cups of water into a microwave-safe bowl and add half a cup of white vinegar. Microwave on high for 5 minutes. The steam created by the mixture will soften any stuck-on dirt. Leave the bowl in the microwave for another 2 minutes after the time is up, keeping the door closed so that the steam continues to work. Then carefully remove the bowl so as not to burn yourself and wipe the inside walls with a damp cloth. The dirt will come off without any effort. This method completely eliminates unpleasant odors and leaves your microwave smelling fresh and neutral. No more harsh chemicals or scrubbing until your hands hurt. It's a deep clean that only takes a few minutes and costs pennies. Tip 3. Unclogging the sink naturally. The third great use for vinegar is to unclog a clogged sink without having to call a plumber or use dangerous chemicals. Every kitchen faces this problem sooner or later, and it usually happens at the worst possible time. Sink clogs happen because food, grease, and soap residue build up in the pipes, forming a mass that prevents water from draining freely. Many people rush to buy expensive and dangerous chemical drain cleaners, which can even damage the pipes. This natural technique is surprisingly effective. First, pour half a cup of baking soda directly down the sink drain. Then, add a cup of white vinegar over the baking soda. You'll hear a fizzing sound, which is exactly what we want. Cover the drain with a cloth or cork for 15 minutes so that the chemical reaction can occur inside the pipe. After this time, pour boiling water over it to push out any loose debris. If necessary, repeat the process one more time for more stubborn blockages. This solution not only unclogs the drain, but also eliminates bad odors that come from the drain and kills bacteria that build up in the pipes. It is a safe, economical method that you can use as many times as you need without worrying about damaging your pipes or the environment. If you're enjoying these amazing tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any cleaning secrets I share here. And tell me in the comments where you're watching this video from. I love knowing where my special followers are. Tip 4. Cleaning windows without leaving streaks. The fourth wonderful use for vinegar is to clean windows and make them crystal clear, without those annoying streaks that always appear when using other products. Foggy or streaky windows make the whole kitchen look dirty, even when the rest of the kitchen is clean. The problem of stained glass occurs because most cleaning products leave residue that creates streaks and marks when they dry. In addition, dust and grease from the kitchen environment stick to the glass and are difficult to remove completely with common products. The perfect formula is to mix 1 part white vinegar to 2 parts water in a spray bottle. Add a drop of mild dish soap to help dissolve grease. Spray the solution onto the glass and spread it around with a microfiber cloth or newspaper. The secret lies in the drying technique. First, use circular motions to loosen all the dirt, then finish with vertical motions from top to bottom. The vinegar evaporates quickly and leaves no residue, resulting in perfectly clear glass. Your windows will be so clean, they'll seem invisible. This technique works on windows, glass doors, mirrors, and even oven glass. You'll never have to go over the same spot again, trying to remove those stubborn marks that always remain. Tip 5. Eliminating refrigerator odors. The fifth fantastic use for vinegar is to eliminate unpleasant odors from the refrigerator and keep everything smelling fresh for much longer. Every refrigerator develops those mixed smells that make you wrinkle your nose every time you open the door. These odors occur because different foods release gases and moisture that mix and spread throughout the refrigerator. When food spoils or is stored for too long, the smell becomes even more intense and difficult to eliminate. The method is simple and effective. Mix 2 tablespoons of white vinegar in a cup of water and use this solution to clean all the shelves, drawers, and inside walls of the refrigerator. The vinegar neutralizes odors instead of just masking them like air fresheners do. For very persistent odors, leave a small container of pure vinegar in the refrigerator for a few hours. Then ventilate well before putting food back in. For maintenance, add a tablespoon of vinegar to the water you use for weekly cleaning. The result is a refrigerator completely free of bad odors with a healthier environment to store your food. In addition, vinegar has antibacterial properties that help keep the refrigerator more hygienic and extend the shelf life of stored food. Tip 6. Removing limescale from taps. The sixth powerful use for vinegar is to remove those white limescale stains that make your faucets look dirty and dull. These stains are a constant problem in any kitchen, especially in areas where the water is harder. Limescale forms when water evaporates and leaves behind dissolved minerals, mainly calcium and magnesium. Over time, these layers build up and create a white crust that is very difficult to remove with common cleaning products. The technique is ingenious and very effective. Soak a cloth or paper towel with pure white vinegar and wrap it completely around the faucet, securing it with a rubber band or duct tape. For faucet spouts, you can use a plastic bag filled with vinegar and secure it with a rubber band. Leave it on for at least 2 hours or overnight for more severe cases. The acid in the vinegar will completely dissolve all of the limescale. Then, remove the cloth and gently scrub with an old toothbrush to remove any remaining residue. your faucets will shine like new, with that original finish you thought you had lost forever. This method also works on shower heads, faucets, and any metal surface that has limescale buildup. It's an impressive transformation that costs pennies. Tip 7. Deep cleaning cutting boards. The seventh essential use for vinegar is to thoroughly clean and disinfect cutting boards, eliminating bacteria and odors that build up from daily use. Cutting boards are one of the most germ-ridden items in the kitchen. Every time you cut meat, fish, onions, or garlic, small particles get trapped in the grooves of the cutting board. Even after washing with soap and water, many bacteria resist and continue to multiply, creating health risks and unpleasant odors. The disinfection process is simple but very effective. Rub coarse salt over the entire surface of the board, creating an abrasive layer. Then, pour white vinegar over the salt and rub with half a lemon, using circular motions and applying pressure. Let this mixture sit for 5 minutes, allowing the acid from the vinegar and lemon to penetrate deep into the grooves of the wood or plastic. Then, rinse with hot water and dry thoroughly with a clean cloth. This method eliminates up to 99% of bacteria, including salmonella and other harmful bacteria. Your cutting boards will be odor-free, completely sanitized, and will have a much longer lifespan. It is a professional disinfection that you can do at home with natural ingredients. Tip 8. Removing scale from burnt pans. The 8th life-saving use for vinegar is to restore pans that have that black crust stuck to the bottom, the result of burnt food that seems impossible to remove. Everyone who cooks has experienced this at least once. When we leave a pan on the stove for a long time, the food sticks and burns, forming a carbonized layer that resists any type of scrubbing. Many people end up throwing the pan away, thinking that there is no way to fix it, or they hurt themselves trying to scrape it off with sharp objects. The recovery technique is surprising. Add enough water to cover the burned area and pour in half a cup of white vinegar. Bring to a boil over medium heat for 10 minutes. The heat and acid will work together to loosen all the crust. Turn off the heat and let it cool naturally. When it is lukewarm, use a wooden spatula to gently scrape it off. You will be amazed at how easily the dirt comes off without having to use force or damage the bottom of the pan. Your pans will be as good as new again, ready to use again without any residue or strange taste. This method works on stainless steel, non-stick, and even cast iron pans. It's a true resurrection for utensils you thought were lost forever. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. Removing rust from utensils. The 9th miraculous use of vinegar is to remove rust from metal utensils, restoring their original shine and greatly extending the life of these objects. Rust is a common problem that affects knives, forks, pans, and other metal utensils. Rust forms when iron comes into contact with oxygen and moisture, creating those orange stains that are not only unsightly, but can also contaminate food. Many people think that when a utensil rusts, there is no solution and end up throwing it away. The treatment is simple and very effective. Soak the rusty utensil in pure white vinegar for at least an hour. For more severe rust, leave it to soak overnight. The acetic acid in the vinegar completely dissolves the iron oxide. After the soaking time, scrub with a fine steel wool pad or soft wire brush. The rust will come off easily, revealing the clean metal underneath. To finish, wash with soap and water, dry completely, and apply a thin layer of oil to protect against further oxidation. Your utensils will look like they just came out of the store, completely rust-free and ready to use safely. This method is especially useful for old kitchen tools or those that have been stored in damp places. It can save you a lot of money on unnecessary replacements. Tip 10. Cleaning the inside of the oven. The 10th extraordinary use of vinegar is to thoroughly clean the inside of the oven, removing encrusted grease and food residue that accumulates on the walls and rack. A dirty oven not only smells bad, it can also catch fire. Oven stains are one of the most difficult to remove because they are exposed to high temperatures, which causes grease and residue to practically stick to the surfaces. Chemical products specifically designed for ovens are expensive and extremely toxic. The natural method is safe and surprisingly effective. Mix half a cup of vinegar with half a cup of water in a baking dish and place in a cold oven. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees and leave for 45 minutes. The acidic steam will soften any stubborn dirt. Turn off the oven, let it cool completely, and remove the pan. Use a damp cloth to wipe down all the inside surfaces. For tougher dirt, make a paste with baking soda and vinegar and scrub gently. Your oven will be completely clean, free of unpleasant odors, and ready to bake anything without the risk of flavor contamination. This cleaning should be done monthly to keep the oven in perfect condition and avoid excessive dirt buildup. Tip 11. Disinfecting sponges and cloths. The 11th fundamental use of vinegar is to disinfect sponges and cleaning cloths, eliminating bacteria and odors that accumulate on these items that we use every day. Dirty sponges are true nests of germs in the kitchen. Sponges absorb food debris, grease, and moisture, creating a perfect environment for harmful bacteria to thrive. When we continue to use these contaminated sponges, we spread germs throughout the kitchen instead of cleaning. Disinfection is quick and very effective. Soak sponges and cloths in a solution of 1 part vinegar to 2 parts hot water for 15 minutes. For a more intense disinfection, use pure vinegar for 5 minutes. After soaking, squeeze well and rinse with running water. For very dirty sponges, add a spoonful of baking soda to the vinegar solution to create a foaming action that removes stubborn dirt. Your sponges and cloths will be completely sanitized, odor-free, and safe to use in cleaning the kitchen. This process should be done at least twice a week to keep your cleaning utensils in ideal condition. Tip 12. Removing coffee and tea stains. The 12th practical use of vinegar is to remove stubborn coffee and tea stains from cups, teapots, and coffee pots, restoring the original color of the dishes. These dark stains are very common and give a dirty appearance even when everything is clean. Coffee and tea stains contain tannins, which bind strongly to porcelain and glass, creating brownish marks that resist normal washing. Over time, these stains become darker and more difficult to remove. The treatment is simple and very effective. Fill the stained cup or container with pure white vinegar and let it soak for at least an hour. For older stains, leave it overnight so the acid has time to completely dissolve the tannins. After the soaking time, gently scrub with a soft sponge or old toothbrush. The stains will come away easily, revealing the clean dishes underneath. For very stubborn stains, add coarse salt to the vinegar to create a gentle abrasive action. Your coffee and teacups and utensils will look brand new, completely free of those unsightly stains. This method also works on thermoses and any containers that have dark drink stains. Tip 13. Cleaning blender. Thoroughly. The 13th smart use of vinegar is to deep clean your blender, removing residue stuck to the blades and odors that remain in the cup. Improper cleaning can leave strange tastes in future recipes. Your blender accumulates leftover fruit, vegetable, and other ingredients in hard-to-reach places, especially around the blades and at the base of the jar. These residues ferment and create unpleasant odors that are transferred to everything you prepare later. This cleaning technique is brilliant and very practical. Add 2 cups of warm water to the blender along with half a cup of white vinegar. Blend at maximum speed for 1 minute, allowing the mixture to reach every corner. Let the solution sit for 10 minutes so the vinegar can dissolve any stuck-on residue. Then blend again for 30 seconds and pour it all out. Rinse with clean water and dry thoroughly. Your blender will be spotless, without any residual odor, and ready to prepare any recipe without the risk of flavor contamination. This deep cleaning should be done weekly to keep the appliance hygienic and working perfectly. Tip 14. Eliminating odors from plastic containers. The 14th valuable use of vinegar is to eliminate lingering odors from plastic containers that have become impregnated with the smells of previously stored food. These odors are very difficult to remove with regular washing. Plastic containers are porous and easily absorb food odors, especially those from strong spices, garlic, onions, and foods with sauces. Once they are absorbed, these odors will transfer to anything you store in them. The deodorizing process is very effective. Fill the container with warm water and add half a cup of white vinegar. Cover tightly and let it soak for at least 2 hours, shaking occasionally so that the solution reaches all parts. For very strong odors, add 2 tablespoons of baking soda to the vinegar, creating an effervescent reaction that enhances odor removal. After soaking, wash normally with soap and water. Your plastic containers will be completely odorless, ready to store any food without the risk of odor contamination. This technique also works on bottles, jars, and any plastic utensil that has absorbed unwanted odors. Tip 15. Shining metals without chemicals. The 15th and final surprising use of vinegar is to shine metal utensils such as stainless steel pans, cutlery, and decorative objects, leaving everything with that mirror-like finish that impresses any guest. Metals lose their natural shine with use and exposure to air, developing a dull layer that makes them look old and poorly maintained. Special metal polishes are expensive and often contain toxic substances. This homemade formula is safe and incredibly effective. Mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part water and add a teaspoon of fine salt. Use a soft cloth to apply this solution in circular motions over the entire surface of the metal. The acid in the vinegar removes surface oxidation, while the salt acts as a mild abrasive that polishes without scratching. After applying to the entire piece, rinse with clean water and dry immediately with a dry cloth to avoid stains. Your metal utensils will shine spectacularly, looking like they just came out of the store. This method works on stainless steel, aluminum, copper, and even silver, restoring that professional finish that makes all the difference in the presentation of your kitchen. Now you know 15 amazing ways to use vinegar to completely transform the way you clean your kitchen. Each of these techniques will save you money, time, and are much safer for your health and the environment than harsh chemicals. Vinegar is truly a miracle product that should be present in every home. With these tips, you have the power to solve practically any cleaning problem in the kitchen using an ingredient that costs just a few dollars and is completely natural. Don't let this valuable information remain just theory. Choose 3 of these techniques and put them into practice today. You'll be amazed at the results, and you'll never want to go back to your old cleaning methods again. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these tips did you find most interesting, and which one will you try first? Tell me about your experience in the comments. I love receiving feedback from my special subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, press that subscribe button and activate the bell so you don't miss any tips that can transform your household routine.